Netcasts you love.
From people you trust. This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
It's time for the Daily Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1126 for Monday, July 5th, 2010, the Droid X. This episode is brought to you by Carbonite. Backing up the files on your PC or Mac is safe and easy with Carbonite. For a free trial plus 2 free months with purchase, go to Carbonite.com, offer code GizWiz. Now get ready for Dick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a brand new week, a brand new day, and a brand new Daily Giz Wiz.
It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz. It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz.
The worse your life,
And a brand new week and a brand new day, the better we sound. It makes its own gravy.
the worse your life,
And a brand new day and a brand new day, the better we sound.
the worse your life,
The better we sound.
Hey, everybody. Tom Merritt here, filling in for the not so much vacationing, but working on something else at a foo camp. I'm Tom Merritt, and here is the Giz Wiz himself, Dick DeBartolo. Welcome.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's our first time doing a Giz Wiz together. I'm very honored to be here.
Wow. Well, we sort of worked not side by side, but back to back years ago.
That's right. That's right.
The Tech TV days.
Back in the old screensavers days, Dick used to come on and do Giz Wiz segments, and scurrying back in behind everything in a dark corner in front of a CRT monitor, I was typing up his segment furiously to put on the screensavers.com.
Excellent. And you did an excellent job. I'll start out with a compliment.
Thank you very much.
I almost went with Leo because I thought he said he was going to food camp.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Well, I
found
out. Originally, when he
time.
asked me to fill in, I was like, but I want to go to food camp.
So tell us, what is food camp?
I have no idea. I
think it's to do with hackers. The chat room will set us straight. I think it's Hacker's Paradise. No,
It's
not foot camp. Not.
And it has nothing to do with kung fu. It may be tangentially. I know it's an O'Reilly thing, so I think you're right about the hacker side of it. It's FOO camp. And I think from what I know, it's actually just smart people getting together and sharing a bunch of smart ideas with each other.
Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't go.
Well, that's why I didn't get invited. Exactly.
Yeah, I think. See, well, they put us together. They said,
Right.
Let's get another dumb person. We have the Giz Wiz, and then let's get another dumb person to host it, and then it'll just be a match.
And that's the opposite of foo camp, which is oof camp.
Yeah, that's us. Goof woof. Goof off
camp.
Goof. That's us. Goof. We're at Goof. Welcome to Goof Camp 101. So I'm glad that Leo's out there. He's not streaming video or anything from out of there?
I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but there's nothing I've heard of it. By the way, Black Feathers in the chat room points out FOO stands for Friends of O'Reilly. So there you go.
Oh, okay. O'Reilly, the media giant. They publish
neither
all
smart.
those.
We're neither smart nor their friends.
Yes. What is it? The Missing Manual. Isn't that what they do?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
love those, actually.
Their version of the Dummies books, the Missing Manual books.
My favorite I have is The Brain, the Missing Manual. And it's actually like this fascinating collection of topics from all these experts on the brain about how your mind works.
Really? That does sound good.
And whenever mine breaks down, I pop that thing out.
Wow.
Open it up.
Did I have it on a DVD? Because I don't like to read too much. or an Audible.
They should have it on Audible. That would be great.
That would be good. Anyway, my gadget of the day is the Droid X. Did you go to the press thing?
I didn't make it to the press thing because I was up at the cottage doing Tech News Today, but we covered it and got a good look at all the pictures and everything. Did you get to see it?
Yeah.
More than see it, you've got it.
Yeah, because I'm doing a travel section for World News Now tomorrow, recording it. So I said, I need one of these for ABC News. And they said, well, then take one, but bring it back. Bring it back. It's I really like it. I like the screen. Nice big screen, 4.3 inch, 8 megapixel camera. 720p video. The video looked good on my screen, and I just uploaded about a minute and a half of my backyard on YouTube. And it doesn't look as good on YouTube. I'm not quite sure why that is. Anybody listening, my YouTube channel is Maddest, MADDEST, and just look for the Droid X video. And people who follow the Daily GizWiz Fairway, who is my engineer, who's a touch sharper than Jamma B, is in my video from the Droid X. HDMI out. And something I had not heard about, but you know what DLNA stands for.
DLNA is it's a new technology for streaming video. It was one of the top trends at CES this past year. The idea of being able to kind of get all of this broadcast video shared. I don't remember exactly what the L stands for, but the idea is to play off DNA.
Well, I wrote it down because I knew I wouldn't remember. It is your Digital Living Network Alliance.
There we go.
And basically, it's for gadgets that don't talk to each other, can talk to each other by going through the DLNA technology.
It's one of those protocols that I feel
there we
like...
go. There's the video.
That's the video you shot with the Droid X. Okay.
I am a giant fan of outdoor trains. These trains have been out in my yard for 12 years. They run all year long. So this video, it looks pretty good. The schedule just came up over my video.
Reminder, time for you to record the GizWiz.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's very funny. That's very funny. And then you'll see Miss Fairway. There's Fairway there.
That's a cute looking dog.
Yeah, Fairway. She's a cutie dog. I'll just get her close up, and then I'll continue talking, calling her name, and she says, "Let me look in that camera right now."
Oh, that's great.
Let's see what else I can do. Oh, you know what? I had never used Swipe before.
What do you think of it? I'll give you my opinion in a second, but now that you've used it for the first time, what do you think?
Okay, but you want to know something? I think I'm not using Swipe because my understanding of Swipe is a certain finger movement across the keyboard. Okay,
right?
Is that what Swipe is?
Yeah. Okay. That's my understanding too.
Because what I'm finding is that the other technology, and I don't know what the name of it is I'll just start typing 2 letters, and one of the 5 words that comes up under the screen, 95% of the time is the word I'm trying to type.
So there's some predictive text going on, and it's just guessing.
The predictive text on that is really good. I don't know if every phone uses the same one, but and maybe it's because I use tiny little words, and they're not hard to guess. But so anyway, Swipe from the demo, it looks like you're supposed to be able to, well, you describe it because I didn't quite understand what the guy was doing.
Yeah, the idea is that it's gesture based. Do you remember graffiti back on Palm?
Yes, yeah, the first.
Or Jot was one of the third-party ones where you make kind of a shape of the letter and it would make the letter. So Swipe, as far as I understand, is a little expansion on that where you're making a gesture to connect letters, and it says, "Oh, you're trying to type crank or your time to, so there's some predictive text involved in that too. And people who get good at it say that it's much faster than typing on your regular touch keyboard, and some people think it's even faster than typing on a physical keyboard. I'm not sure I buy that. I think there's a steep learning curve, because when I've tried it,
people type 4 words a minute.
Yeah, I'm finding it really hard to kind of figure out, okay, this is the gesture that I'm supposed to do here. But I guess if you do it enough, like with graffiti or Jot back in the day, you start to have some muscle memory on that stuff.
Yeah, so then I was not using swipe at all. I was just letting the predictive text guess what I wanted to type, and it was doing an incredible job.
Steve H says he gets 48 words a minute with swipe.
What? Yeah, but 48, it's all the same word. I know, Stephen, they're all swear words. You can't go by
video, or it didn't happen.
Yes. Let's see. What I did like is SD card, and it comes with a 16 gigabyte SD card in it when you get it. It's going to be $199 after the $100 rebate. And then the woman at Verizon said something that will probably please a lot of people. If you have a Verizon contract coming due anytime in 2010, you can upgrade immediately. It sounded like the first phones might be going to their own customers, coming out July 15th. I found out something interesting. I had a couple of questions about it, and I have a local Verizon store about 2 blocks from here, and I thought they may not know about my exact questions, but having worked with other droids, they would probably know. And I went in, and the guy at Verizon Wireless said, "Oh, I just finished taking the test on this, but I've never seen the phone." I said, "How do you take a test?" And I said, "No, it's a whole virtual test on how to use the phone, all the features." But he said, "Can we pass this around so all the guys here in the store can see what the Droid X looks like?" So like the other phones, you can set up your own hotspot and have up to 5 people share your connection.
And that's an extra, how much?
$20. $20 a month. And their data plan is $24.95. Oh, and on the hotspot, it's a 2 gigabyte data cap.
Right. Even if you have an unlimited regular plan, they cap your hotspot plan.
And the weird thing is with Skype. If you make a Skype call, which I did, it turns out your Skype call locally or in the States is from your Verizon minutes.
Oh, weird. Now that is weird. Is that because they're running them over their network for you instead of using your data?
Well, my feeling was they thought, why would we give you a free phone call if our whole thing is to sell you minutes?
Yeah.
Because when I went to Skype, the lady that I think it's called Echo, when you call her up and you want to test the speaker.
Welcome to the Skype call testing service.
Do you do that too on the side? Are you that person?
I'm not the lady. I'm auditioning. I'm hoping someday to move up to that level.
Oh, you'd be good. You had me fooled. Anyway, and when I called the Skype lady, it said, that faded out, and it goes, "You are calling 40." The Skype lady's home phone. I think I called her at home. She was in the shower. She was very angry.
Busy.
She was busy. She said, "Can I get back to you, Dick? I'm really, with the introduction to this phone, people drive me crazy." But if you call overseas, it uses the Skype network, and you pay whatever it is, a penny a minute.
The Skype out rate, yeah.
Yeah. So
I know Verizon is one of the first in the U.S. to get a deal with Skype. So I guess that's their deal, is they get to make a little, I don't know how much money they make, but they get to take a little bit of the action by running the calls over their network and eating away at your minutes. And I don't know about you, but I don't go anywhere close to eating up all of my minutes anymore because I just never make that many calls. So I don't know if I'd mind that much. It's weird.
You and me both. To tell you the truth, I think 9 people have my cell phone number, and Leo isn't even one of them. No, I mean, everybody at TWiT has it. But I use maybe 20 minutes a month, mainly because I don't need to be in touch with people, and people don't need to be in touch with me on a minute-to-minute basis, you know? So,
and usually the things that I need to use it for is sending a short text, hey, on my way home, or,
yes.
do you need me to pick up some soda or whatever? We never drink soda.
Is the bank hold up still on?
Yeah.
You know,
The getaway car leave at 5 or 5:30. I can't remember.
And what branch did you say? Because I'm here and I don't see anybody
I'm
else
at
here.
the Spring Street branch. Isn't that the one?
Oh, no. I have the getaway car at the Lafayette Street branch. This
isn't going to work.
I told
But
you.
you do that all in text message. You don't need to call anybody.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And besides, the phone ringing would alert the cops. So you need texting.
You did a little subtle.
Let's see what else I like. Oh, the thing I also like is when you have Gmail and you activate the Droid X. It pulls so much stuff. It's like I didn't do anything, and the next morning I got up, all my phone contacts were in there, all my Gmail addresses were in there. It's convenient. I like that. Yeah, I mean, people may think that's an invasion of privacy or something, but I happen to like that. Not having.
Well, you allow it, right? It's not like it doesn't tell you it's going to do it.
It's going to do it. Yeah. By the way, Facebook has sort of gone the other way, hasn't it? Because someone said, I wrote on your wall, do this here. And then I went to click to go wherever this person wanted me to go. And this warning came up that if I click and this application will be able to see everything I've ever written in my life. It'll know the day I was born, my bank account, you know. So it seems like they don't want to click anything now.
No, well, Facebook's been burned so many times recently. They're being extra careful about anything. They'll still let you do it, but they don't want anybody anywhere to suggest that they somehow didn't know, because they messed up. They went and they started taking people's private information and giving it over to advertisers first, and then sharing it with a bunch of other people that you hadn't approved it, and changing your privacy settings without your knowledge. And so I think they finally learned their lesson, and they're going overboard the other way, which frankly I'm glad.
Yeah, no, it's better to go that way. It's better to go. It's sort of like when you open. I went to a trade show this week called CES, the CES Line Show, and I was talking to someone there about how IBM. When you open an IBM flash drive, the first flash drives they gave away were like, 500, what were they, 16 megabytes? But typical of IBM, even though it was a 16 or an 8 megabyte flash drive, there was a booklet in there, and the first 10 pages were all warnings. Don't eat this USB drive. Don't feed it to you.
You're not supposed to eat them anymore?
Yeah, you see, and I told the guy that who would do that. I really...
Well, you get those little sushi ones, right? And they just look so delicious that...
So, you know what? They probably come without warnings.
Well, maybe those are different. Maybe the ones you get that are made with real sushi. You just don't eat the chip inside.
So anyway, I like this phone a lot.
Do you find it too big? Because that seems to be the big complaint. This thing is huge.
You know what? I've never had a phone this big before. But on the other hand, I loaded a couple of movies on it, and I thought this is going to be so great for travel. And even on an endless subway trip. So it doesn't bother me yet. But on the other hand, I've only had it for 48 hours.
What, can you stick it in a pocket? Where do you carry
what? I have not done. I bought a case for it, a hang-on case. And between you and I just don't want anything to happen to this phone before I film my piece for ABC News.
So you're securing it. You're duct taping it to your chest right now.
Exactly. Once it's in the can, or once it's recorded, then I'll start. I'll manhandle this guy. It is a little big. But like I said, I love the screen, so I'll put up with that for now.
Do you think it would fit in your pocket?
Anyway,
that was one thing somebody had told me. There's like, I don't think I could carry it in my pocket. I'd have to put it in a backpack or a case.
Yeah, but you know what? I would never put Do you put cell phones in your pocket?
Oh yeah, I do. I do it all the time. I just stick it in the front pocket or jacket pocket more often.
Are you talking about a clamshell or your iPhone?
They're talking about an iPhone.
Okay, and you don't worry about cracking the screen or something through your pocket? Is it in a case?
No, it's just free. I try not to put it in the same pocket as keys or anything like that might be extra possible to scratch, but yeah, most of the time it's fine.
Yeah, well, this would be, you know what, my guess is it's just a touch larger than the iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Probably a little wider is what it looks like.
I don't know, is there a program that you can measure? So that looks about the same thickness, no?
That's close. That looks pretty close. I mean, it's hard to eyeball, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And then across, I think that not lengthwise.
Well, what's the iPhone screen? This is 4.3.
Mm-hmm. I think it's under. It's under that. It's definitely less.
Like 4.1, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Look in the chat room. What's this? What's the iPhone screen chat room?
3.7.
3.7. Okay.
H. But he only swears, so we can't take his word.
Yeah, we can't trust him. Can't trust him.
3.7 is probably a swear word in some sort of math language.
He considers that typing a word. 3.7. See, that's why he says he types.
That's right. He only types numbers.
Yeah,
it's much faster.
Oh, the original StarTAC. Do you remember the StarTAC from Motorola?
Oh yes, never had one, but I definitely remember those. They were revolutionary. You didn't have to carry the big brick around anymore.
I remember I was at CES and I was doing Good Morning America, and Charlie Gibson was in the studio with his. And I was to call him live on the air. I thought, this is suicidal. But it did go through okay. And because, live television, if anything can go wrong, it certainly will. Yeah. Yes.
As we learned on the screensavers, you can demonstrate that how-to right before the show, and it'll work perfectly. And as soon as that camera goes on and the broadcast goes live, nothing works anymore.
No, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And also over at Regis and Catholic, they used to have playful stagehands who would do things so that on air they would see your reaction to it. Or hopefully you would find out they had done it before air. And one day I was demonstrating a laptop. And when I opened the cover of the laptop, someone had typed on the screen, "This is a piece of crap." And
merry pranksters.
Just as I lifted it up, I said, "Well, let me show you the cover styling," while I hit erase.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, we should probably get to a letter, but we do have a sponsor today we want to thank. Carbonite is the backup service that provides a way to back up any file on your PC or Mac, and we're giving you a free trial. So, if you've ever experienced a hard drive failure, or frankly, if you've ever experienced the worry of having a hard drive failure, you need to figure out a backup plan. And the best backup plan is to have redundant backups. So backup online, backup offline, and Carbonite is an excellent way to back up online. It's safe, it's easy, they encrypt it end to end. All you do is install it and let it do its thing. You don't have to be an expert in installing anything. You just let it run, and it will automatically back up over the internet. And if you need your files back, you get them with a few clicks because they're backed up off-site. And it also you can share your files too. If you're not even worried about data backup, but you're like, you know what, I want access to those files from my iPhone, from my BlackBerry. They've got free apps you can use on your phone. So that you can access those files wherever you go. Now, you figure, it's probably really expensive, right? Some backup service like that, I can't afford that. It's only $55 a year. That's 15 cents a day. So if you go for the cheaper coffee, you can still get your latte. Just go across the street to the cheaper place, save 15 cents, you can afford Carbonite. And we'll let you try it for free. Go to Carbonite.com, enter the offer code TWiT. If you decide to buy the service after the trial, you'll get 2 free months I'm sorry. Not the offer code TWiT. Don't use that one. That was a mistake. Use the offer code GizWiz, GizWiz, and be sure to sign up for the free trial from the homepage and get 2 months free. No credit card required. You don't have to put in any credit card for the free trial. That's carbonite.com. Offer code GizWiz. Let's reach into the mailbag and look at a letter.
First, we need our letters theme.
Cue letter.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the GizWiz letters. Now,
There they are, the letters. What do we got?
The letter comes from Pete Costello, who says, I just found that someone has put Ustream on the Roku box, and now I can see those gadgets on the daily GizWiz when you record them on Saturdays. That solves several problems at our house, giving us the option to use the Roku box while all the PCs are in use. I want to see that Upchuck 2.0 on the 55-inch TV set. The Upchuck was one of Leo's worst picks, an egg separator. The man was desperate. If you have a Roku box, the code to get Ustream is IN4DN. That's just to watch us when we do, or actually anything TWiT does live, you can watch that way. But the individual podcasts are already up on the Roku box. And I checked last week, and the Daily GizWiz in video is up there. We're in video on iTunes. We're everywhere.
There's no excuse not to watch our lovely faces and see the lovely gadgets. Well, there might be an excuse not to watch the faces, but the gadgets outweigh.
The gadgets. And we talked about as things go live. All week long, I've been sitting at my desk. About 3 minutes ago, the overhead lights blew out. So if the lighting's a little weird today, it's because I'm being lit by LEDs and flashlights. Yes,
it's an artistic statement that you're making. It's very much of the Swedish school, I believe.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, who was that letter from again?
That was from Pete Costello, Cheesequake, New Jersey, which is our secondary home. I'm broadcasting from Disneyland, USA, but if the generators go out at Disneyland, we will go to Cheesequake, New Jersey.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for writing in. Thanks to everyone for watching, and Dick, thanks for being so kind to me on my first Daily GizWiz. This was a blast.
Yes, that was the first. Not so much tomorrow when it's your turn to pick the gadget.
You mean the tables will somehow be turned?
They will, because it's Tuesday.
Well, I intend to have something very practical tomorrow, something very useful. Something that'll hold in your hand.
A real change from what Leo does.
All right. Well, don't miss it, folks. Tuesday is Turn the Tables Tuesday. It'll be the first time the tables have been turned on me. And I will see you then, Dick.
I'll be here.
DAIL. Why?